these past several years, a lot of Americans have stayed close to home, taking advantage of the amazing metropolitan experiences that are only a short drive away. For these domestic visits, tourists appear to favor the warmer temperatures of the southern and western regions. There are just 3 cities in the Northeast or Midwest on the list. However, wherever the readers of Travel Plus Leisure went, they looked for places with a fun-loving vibe, delectable local cuisine, and historical landmarks. So here are the top 10 cities to visit in USA. Number 10. San Francisco. San Francisco, a stunning city perched above tall hills and bordered by water, is a town that lives by its own rules. Any time of year, bring a thick sweater with you and wear it when riding the cable car, visiting Alcatraz Island on a day trip, crossing the Golden Gate Bridge, or amusing yourself with the fat sea lions at Fisherman's Wharf. Newcomers are always surprised by how cold it is here. Number 9. Boston. Boston, one of the earliest major cities in America and one of its best now, is where history and modernity meet at the hip. In this area, federal architecture from the 1600s coexists with incredibly contemporary structures designed by Frank Gehry, Walter Gropius, and I.M. Pei. Speaking of architecture, don't miss the Back Bay row houses, which are frequently featured on Instagram but are genuinely worth a look. Boston also enjoys seafood, from chowder to lobster rolls, so while you're there, make sure to check out the greatest raw bars and lobster shacks. Number 8. Charleston. You just need to take a quick look at our list of the top Charleston restaurants to realize that Charleston is one of the country's great cities, steeped in American history while still exhibiting a distinctly contemporary approach toward the arts, culture, and gastronomy. Since about 1670, the city's architecture, especially the churches that can be found on every corner, has been enough of a reason to visit South Carolina's crown jewel, but more lately, it has also emerged as a mecca for food and drink. At the Pavilion Bar, there are plenty of hipsters and water views, City Market sells the city's distinctive sweetgrass baskets, and dining at Chef Sean Brock's Husk is a spiritual experience. Number 7. Seattle. Seattle is the jewel in the crown of the Pacific Northwest, from its emerald parks to the never-ending views of Puget Sound. Don't stop there, though. You can view it all from the top of the recognizable Space Needle, which features a 360-degree spinning atrium and a glass floor. The Seattle Art Museum and the Museum of Pop Culture are just 2 of the top restaurants and museums in the city. Famous glass artist Dale Chihuly's Garden and Glass is also located there. Despite the fact that the grunge era that made the city famous has long since passed, there are still a ton of fantastic music venues to check out, such as Neumos and the Showbox. Number 6. Milwaukee. You probably had no idea that Milwaukee hosts Summerfest, the biggest music festival in the world, over 3 weekends in June and July. The lovely city by Lake Michigan goes more than a bit crazy when the enormous event starts. They are making the most of the nice weather by hosting 11 stages, over 800 bands, and almost 1 million visitors. Consider cheese curds, beer breweries, cornhole competitions, and Packers supporters for the remainder of the year, all set against a stunning art gallery and the town's yearly Sculpture Milwaukee outdoor exhibition. Don't miss the enormous museum here. Harley-Davidson is based in this lively, welcoming city. Number 5. New Orleans. New Orleans, which has been there for 300 years, is going through a revival, but the streets are the bumpiest you've ever seen in a big city. Put on a wig and a mask and head to the French Quarter and Marigny for delicious dining at the greatest New Orleans restaurants. They love to dress up and party here. Grab a handmade drink-to-go cup from one of the city's top bars and take in the live music that makes New Orleans renowned. Visit the Bywater District, which is home to a dizzying blend of funk and art with amazing murals on every corner, then stop at Bacchanal Wine for a snack, a drink, and a song, or 2. Keep an eye out for the famous buildings that characterize this one-in-a-million, music-loving city while you're here. Number 4. Chicago. Deep dish pizza, Frank Lloyd Wright structures, and the Chicago Cubs are just a few of the beautiful things that have made Chicago famous worldwide. It's a big city with a welcoming atmosphere, and Rush Street is an entire street dedicated to drinking and dancing. You can dance there till 4 a.m., but reserve some energy for the events this city is known for hosting, such as Taste of Chicago in July, Pitchfork Music Fest in September, and Lollapalooza, the biggest of them all. Unless the Bears are playing football, in which case shirtless males will brave the bitter cold to support their lads at Soldier Field, this oh-so-cold metropolis hibernates in the winter. Number 3. Salt Lake City. Rocky Mountains covered in snow can always be seen from everywhere in Salt Lake City. They tower over the immaculate city, creating a picture-perfect scene. Although Salt Lake is recognized for its Mormon legacy, there is more going on in this area than first appears. There are a wide selection of eateries, including fine dining favorite Log Haven and eateries from throughout the world. Although it's not as easy to find as it is in some places, alcohol is considerably more accessible here than you may imagine, notably at the White Horse and Bourbon House downtown. Don't forget to enjoy some time in the great outdoors while you're there. A wonderful place to start is by hiking, swimming, and having a picnic at the Great Salt Lake. Number 2. Nashville. Although honky-tonks and museums might not seem to go well together, they do in Nashville. Go directly to Broadway for some drinking and dancing, where Legends Corner, Nudies, and Tootsies have been serving up whiskey, country, and blues for years. If you have the stamina, of course, you can start at 10 a.m. and stay up until the wee hours of the night in Music City. Isn't the pleasure of vacation not day drinking? Start with the Patsy Cline and Johnny Cash museums, then go on to the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. All are excellent and conveniently located downtown. Drive to the Bluebird Cafe and the Grand Ole Opry, as well as historic RCA Studio B, where Elvis recorded innumerable songs. Remember that this is a party town, so feel free to travel in a group, hire a barcycle, it sounds just like it does, and explore the top Nashville bars while singing along the way. Number 1. Los Angeles. Los Angeles, the second largest metropolis in the country, is bordered by the Pacific Coast, mountains, and valleys in Southern California. Los Angeles, which is frequently called the entertainment capital of the world, is rife with celebrity culture. On Hollywood Boulevard, you can see the handprints of famous actors, and in Beverly Hills, you can take a tour to view their mansions. The Bohemian district of Venice Beach, which is home to Muscle Beach and a winding boardwalk that serves as a platform for a variety of oddball street performers, is ideal for lazy days. With its historic pier and aquarium, the seaside community of Santa Moncia also provides a more leisurely pace of life. The original Disneyland in the world is also located in LA, which is fantastic if you're traveling with kids. The Getty Center, widely regarded as America's finest art museum, the Kodak Theater, site of the Academy Awards, and Universal Studios Hollywood are a few of the city's most well-liked attractions. As for family-friendly attractions, Griffith Park and Knott's Berry Farm are also excellent choices. The Grove Farmers Market is a pedestrian's paradise of dining and entertainment. So, that's it for today's video. What are your thoughts on our video? Please let us know in comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification to our channel before you go. Thank you so much for watching.